Welcome to Rhinos and Aliens.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Rhinos and Aliens After Dark with me and my main man. You know what time it is. It is episode 40.
Hey.
You know what it is, homie.
I didn't even tell him, guys.
Yeah, I looked.
Well, you did your research, so I respect that.
Yeah. But anyway, you guys are tuned in with the number one Western New York podcast crew. It's a little backwards, but it's okay.
Technically correct.
You know what time it is. You know who it is. The Don Dada of all Dons. Hello. And then my main man.
Nature boy, guys.
Nature boy. You know what time it is, who it is, all of that, all of the above. And before I start this video, make sure you do the 3 steps real quick. Like this video, subscribe, and hit that bell so you get all of our notifications whenever we post. Just like that. And also just to give you a quick heads up of what After Dark is. If you are a normal I was about to say candidate. If you're a part of the herd, then you know After Dark is where we give you guys a quick update on stuff from last week and this week.
We got some shout-outs, quite a few corrections, actually. We got something about Buffalo/New York.
Okay.
We got something about politics. We got entertainment. We got video games. We got random. We got finance. We got science/inspirational. We got some tennis, NBA, and football.
Cool.
So it is a wide variety of topics today, my brother. Now, how was your week?
My week was shit. Yay, it was shitty. But other than that, it was all right. I'm still here to, record with this fine young
Man.
I was about to say white man.
But no, I'm just a man.
You're just a man. You're my brother, it's okay. We're not the same color, but inside we are. That's all that matters. My heart is your heart, If I had a key, I would just give it to you because I trust you the most with it, Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
I don't know the proper yin yang, but we're yin yang.
This is true.
Yes.
This is true. I mean, also, in the aspect, you're white with a hint of black in it. And then I'm also black with a hint of white.
I was more so going, we complete each other on a friendship level, but if you want to take...
I mean, yeah, that's true also.
Hey, since we're going there for the RAAD 119, I was legit going to previously name the episode Black and White, because if you look at the photos, in both photos, I'm wearing white and you're wearing black. But my mom said, you know how the whole people take stuff so literally.
Because y'all emotional as hell.
Yeah.
And take shit weirdly. Because y'all don't know how to take information.
Okay, so the first thing I want to do, quote unquote, break the ice. I came across something on Twitter and I want your reaction. He replied to a titty pic with that photo. Do you remember those, bro? Do you remember? You don't remember those? The fake eyeballs where they're...
I mean, like, it's the glasses guys with the fake eyeballs that, like, jumps out. Like, when you get excited or something, or you see something scary or something. But I've never seen toys like that, like glasses like that.
Wow, that's definitely a white thing then.
I've never seen those. That's wild.
That's pretty genius, though. If you want a cartoon reaction without using an emoji,
this is true.
Just pop those bad boys on. I guess
never talking to a guy from Twitter again. That's fucked up. Well, that makes sense because Twitter, they reply to a lot of stuff with memes and GIFs and all that. So that makes sense.
Yeah,
that's funny.
But the way I'm thinking about it, if you just go to a model shoot, just keep those bad boys on 24/7. You never need to take them off, especially if you're going to one of those.
It's like whenever you see something, be like, damn, damn. You just keep flipping them back, going, damn.
Or if it's possible, you know how they have the glasses where The sunglasses where they pop them down and up.
Oh yeah,
Just pop them down.
Damn. That's funny.
I thought you would like that.
Yeah. First thing that we're gonna talk about is these nuts. Nah, the first thing we're gonna do is corrections, guys, because we we're not human. I mean, I said we're not human. We are human, and people make mistakes.
But it's
only right if you correct your mistakes.
Yes, that's how you learn, bro.
Big facts.
Amen.
50 plus 50, 100.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only my 2K people know that one. My man used to always do, like, he used to add up stuff just to make it 100. It was so fucking stupid. It was on 2K. So stupid. It was like one of the, I don't know. He was like 50 times 2, 100.
Oh, he would just always get 100?
Yeah.
He might be low-key.
10 times 10, 100.
He might be low-key OCD with 100.
Probably.
Even numbers, bro.
Probably.
Even numbers. Fuck out here with those odds.
I hate 2K. So I don't know.
Okay, so corrections. London's 6-foot wide, 1.3 million house is specifically located in Shepherd's Bush, West London. So we were correct about the neighborhood being a very prosperous neighborhood. And more specifically, after the house was a hat shop, it was turned into a designer house by a fashion photographer to describe to you about what type of house it is now. More specifically, this house going to the staircase, you're like, how are they doing the stairs in this place? It's a spiral staircase. So that makes sense.
Okay.
And once again, this is, even though in the photo, if you watch the video, it only looked like 3 stories, there's a basement counting for a 4th, and then the roof is technically the 5th because there's a whole master bedroom on the roof. It looks a lot better from the inside than you would expect. Answer your questions about that because you did.
I was really confused about it.
Yes, you were. Now the next thing, Crunchyroll, I said 1.75 billion. It's only 1.175 billion. But either way, it's over $1 billion.
This is true. I just watched Crunchyroll too. It's crazy how Japanese people can make anime sports and make it epic.
Oh yeah, that too.
Because it's a volleyball. I don't even like volleyball. It's a volleyball anime, and it's dope. It's about a short guy who becomes a spiker.
Oh,
and he can jump extremely fucking high.
That's very similar to the basketball thing.
Exactly.
Like, to where he actually hates basketball, but he's technically so talented at it that he's trying to impress the girl.
Yeah, they make sports animes epic, like actual action animes. And it's ridiculous.
Well, the thing, at least my show, the thing I love about it is that it makes you believe the characters are in high school. So the next thing, we completely butchered the Naruto stuff. Actually, the highest grossing Naruto film was only 17 million. For Japan, they made good money, like 50, 80 million.
Oh, and they only made 17.
Max. Most of them made less than 10. So even in Japan, Naruto films.
I told you, some of them you didn't even fucking know was out. I told you.
Yo, this is another thing too, bro. Did you know there's 11? But there's 3 Naruto and 8 Shippuden? I did not.
And I only know that because I've looked on Crunchyroll, and they're all on Crunchyroll. All the movies, like all of them is now on there. And then some of them is on, what is it? Hulu. Some of them is on Netflix. They're all scattered in different places, but all of them is on Crunchyroll. And I did not know it was 11 fucking movies. I only watched like 2 or 3.
Francis was wrong in this case, both about the number of films and the amount made.
That shit is wild.
Because 17 million is a big difference from 50 million. And going back to your point, the fact Demon Slayer is doing what it's doing from an anime show.
I can't wait to see this movie. I can't wait until they just be like, hey, got America.
What if your hopes are too high, bro? Because we're thinking about, for a film to make this type of money, it has to be brilliant.
I mean, me watching Demons, I was about to say Demons, something. I don't know what I was about to say, but me actually watching the Demon Slayer series, I would expect it to be the same going towards the movie, but of course being a little bit better. So I enjoy Demon Slayer like 100%.
Okay.
So
it should be a more polished version of Demon Slayer.
Exactly. So if the movie is like the series, just a little bit better, of course, I have high hopes for it. Demon Slayer is amazing to me.
As you should in your situation.
Yeah, Demon Slayer is amazing to me. So I just naturally just want to see it.
Now, going to the last correction. KD has been gone, at least as I did the stats, for 7 games. Over those 7 games, the Nets are 7-0.
Harden been putting in work. Harden and Kyrie, though.
I kind of wish Kyrie was never the point guard for any team in his career.
Technically, he's not the point guard.
Oh,
Harden is.
But can you imagine if he had this role for the Celtics?
Oh, yeah. He would have been balling and had Terry play point.
Yeah.
Well, to me, Terry's not a point guard either.
But he's more a point guard than... Yeah.
Yeah, no. They have
Boston
so
was
much
just
similar play style, and I feel like it's because Terry watched behind Kyrie, so he picked up like a lot of stuff from Kyrie.
Yeah, but Terry's never been a natural passer to begin with. So
Yeah, Terry's just a scorer to me.
Boston, when Kemba is not healthy, they have a point guard problem, and they've had a point guard problem for a long time.
Yeah.
Now going to some Buffalo news. Hey, bro, did you hear anything about the great governor of our state, Kumo? I'm assuming
we put the basketball rooms back. Yay! We have outside doors basketball coming soon, and we can actually go play basketball indoors.
Okay, that's good.
Yay!
The outside stuff isn't helping anybody.
Yeah, not right now.
No.
This snow is shit. Snow is definitely shit.
Okay, the point is his former aide, Lindsey Boylan, details some interesting stuff of sexual harassment, including an unwanted kiss by our great governor. Lindsey Boylan.
Oh, Lindsey Boylan. I don't know why I thought Boylan was the last name was a guy, period.
Because if that was the case, a lot of men would be females with their last names, too.
This is true.
She described a culture of inappropriate behavior towards women, and of course the governor is denying all this. The point I want to make about our great governor is that he was front and center whenever any woman came out against any man with power in Hollywood or the entertainment business saying, believe these women. Now, where's that same belief when he's being accused? Where's that same energy by certain senators about believe all women? You should let women come out and state the quote-unquote facts. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not saying I believe one side or the other. I'm just saying, let's bring, what do I always like to say, bro?
Consistency.
Thank you. Bring that same energy.
Hey, on my mama.
Now, this is leading into the politics. I just wanted to show you guys some hypocrisy. And instead of me say it, you guys could just see firsthand, and we could go from there. So, Donyhal, this is a progressive reporter.
I thought that was a butt. I was like, what the fuck is this?
So, when Biden won presidency, there is all these celebrations across the country, supposedly. But one example in New York City is a whole bunch of people, a majority of them not wearing masks, coming together.
Okay.
And what does this one woman say, bro?
Elsa Orleans. She says, New York City is truly amazing today. She retweeted something saying, we won, it is over, New York City. President Biden. Biden here is 2020.
Now, what does she say about the Super Bowl with similar celebrations?
She said, watching the Super Bowl and seeing so many people in the place is making my heart race. This feels unsafe. She said, this feels ... unsafe. And I guess I'm rooting for the team with the racist name over the team with the Trump-loving quarterback. In a sport that hasn't in a sport that still hasn't apologized to Colin Kaepernick.
If you guys can't see what I'm saying, then it's all good. We always talk about these politicians truly care for us. These politicians are for the people. Yet, can you really be for the people if you don't understand and relate to the average struggle? And what I'm trying to say is the Clintons are now worth 200 plus million. The Bidens are worth, our current president, over 100 million. Mm-hmm. Al Gore, one man worth over 100 million. And the Obamas, after all their exclusive Netflix and Spotify deals, are already worth over 50 million.
Right.
Celebrities can't relate to us because they got so much more money. Why isn't that same energy pointed towards politicians? Especially when a lot of these politicians rack up this cash when they're still senators, blah, 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 or they're still making recommendations for other politicians. It's just it's a thought. It's a thought.
It's all bullshit. That's what Brett was doing, and we kept hearing the little scratch.
Yeah, I know. I
was like, shut the hell up.
I had to keep adjusting readily.
But it's all good, Brett. I love you. Although you've been hating on my rap skills.
Yes. Straight up hating. Like
Straight up.
The moment you start, just...
Yeah. Every time I rap, she like, turn that shit off. How about I beat your ass? Brett, I hope you see this so we can argue.
I feel she let's say hypothetically you had a mini concert. Mm-hmm. She would go solely to be the one person booing.
The one drinking and booing me.
From the get-go.
From the front row.
Boo! Or get him off! Or a rap battle.
Fuck her. That's all I gotta say. Bro, I love you, but fuck you.
Okay, entertainment-wise, Wonder Woman 1984 has...
Still haven't seen it.
It has been submitted for all Oscar categories, including Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actress, Best Adapted Screenplay, Cinematography, Film Editing, Sound, Visual Effects, and Score.
Well, damn.
Yes.
I mean, out of DC right now, it is up there as a movie aspect.
But for Warner Brothers, that just released Judas and the Black Messiah,
it's definitely not number one.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that, too, because I found a funny...
I still haven't seen Judas either.
I sadly haven't either. I'm mad at myself.
Nope. Maybe not. Continue. Because I just remembered I might be picking up. So
two people said this, quote unquote, this is like me applying for Harvard with a 2.5 GPA.
Wow.
And then another person says, I wish I could have this type of confidence in my entire life. Wait, read it. Okay. You know I love you, right? Okay, so basically the only country that's doing bangers box office wise is China. So I just want to lay down some facts. Okay, so over their 6-day New Year holiday period, they grossed over $1.2 billion in 6 days.
In
China.
In China?
Yeah.
For what?
For their new... You know how we have holiday weekends, Christmas, whatever?
Yeah.
They had their New Year holiday weekend.
The lunar?
Yes.
Lunar New Year's?
Exactly. And it was 6 days. In 6 days, they grossed $1.2 billion.
Damn.
Or another way to put it...
They had a festival or something?
Well, the films. Yeah, they do they have like time off of work and all that type of stuff.
Oh.
It's actually longer countrywide, but in terms of the film industry, it's 6 days.
Cool.
That's roughly 10% of the worldwide box office in 6 days. Detective Chinatown 3. These are all the records it broke. Pre-sales for a Chinese film, 104 million. Opening day for any territory, 163 million. That's more than Avengers Endgame.
Sheesh.
Opening weekend for any territory, 398 million. That's much more than Avengers Endgame, which, by the way, Avengers Endgame used to have all these records. IMAX on opening weekend, 23.5 million. First 6 days, 551 million. First 10 days for any territory, 621 million. This is, by the way, only one country, guys. If your film makes this worldwide, you're considered a blockbuster.
Hi, Mom.
Its opening weekend was 161 million. The next 3 days, it made an additional 262.
Oh, so it doubled.
More than doubled.
Within a week.
Yeah. Cool. After 10 days, it's at 620 million. So it's right behind.
Whoa.
Yeah, even though it had a fraction of the opening weekend. Now moving to video games, bro.
Woo woo.
Have you heard about PlayStation 5 controllers? The haptic feedback, it keeps drifting. A lot of the controllers, if you do nothing, it just
vibrates by itself?
Well, your character just drifts in the game.
No.
Okay, well, you're a lucky one. The point is the repairs take a long time, and it's a hassle to actually get them repaired. And somebody specifically said that his was specifically drifting to the left, and now it won't stop talking about Medicare for all and free college.
What the fuck? He has an ad on his controller?
No, it's
Oh, in the game?
No, it's
that shit went straight over my head, guys. Woohoo! I didn't get that joke at all. I didn't even hear that. I never even heard that saying or whatever.
You're not political, so you shouldn't.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
That's a good thing, though, bro. That's a good thing. It honestly kind of would have been funnier if literally ads started popping up in his video games.
I would have fucking been pissed. Because it's like, what the fuck are you doing here? I would have been pissed. Especially if you're like in a fighting game, an ad just pop up, bloop. You'd get in your ass whooped.
Especially if it's for free college, bro. Get the fuck out of here with this.
Yeah, like what? Ain't no college free. First off. Like what?
Okay, so the next topic is about Ubisoft. They're supposedly going to release a new Rainbow Six game called...
I was about to say, if we're talking about Assassin's Creed already, and I haven't even fucking got close to beating fucking the current one, Vikings one.
Oh, you would have been tight.
We had a problem. We would have had a fucking problem. Like, oh yeah, next one I'm not getting.
And bro, that's still not including the 2 expansions.
Fucking ridiculous, bro.
We're just moving.
Them bitches.
The point is, they're planning on releasing Quarantine, the next...
Quarantine. For the next Rainbow Six?
Yeah, during a pandemic. So my question is, do you think...
They're going to run around with masks?
That was a good one.
I know in 2K you can run around with a mask on. Yeah, they put masks in 2K. I hate 2K. Yeah, I'm going to get virtually sick. Yeah, that's a thing.
You know what that reminds me of?
What if 2K actually do that though? I get virtually fucking COVID. And then now I gotta retire my fucking player. I hate 2K.
Did you see the new photo from Spider-Man 3 where Spider-Man is wearing a mask even though
he already have a fucking mask? Yeah.
Sometimes I really do think people don't even question the slightest thought.
Not only that, this is Spider-Man. He has a very unique healing.
He's a mutant, technically speaking.
This is true. So I don't think he's going to get it. Just throwing that out there, guys. Just throwing it out there.
As you emphasized, he's already wearing a much superior mask because of the quality of the suit itself, which, by the way, was made by Tony Stark.
Yeah.
Getting back, because we keep...
Consistency, guys. Consistency.
If you were Ubisoft, would you release this game during a pandemic? Now, just so you know, Jordan said, personally, if he was the CEO of Ubisoft, he would... quote unquote, because I don't care. But I don't know if it's the best move by them financially.
When you say during the pandemic, what does exactly, like, are they...
Well, they're planning on releasing it this year. They're considering releasing it this year. And
I say yeah.
If we were in the beginning stage?
Yeah, everybody was sitting in the house doing nothing. So, of course, people are just going to go online and buy the game, and then they would have made a lot more money. But to say we're still in a pandemic, considering everything is not everything, but mostly everything is like opening and all that. I wouldn't like right now. I would say it would kind of be not a perfect time because people are going outside a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I would say, why not?
So you think the name has no influence?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. If it was last year and they did that, then yeah, the pandemic release would have been perfect.
But no matter what, you don't think the name itself would have?
Name, no. I don't think it has a big impact anymore.
I absolutely agree with you, bro. And to a degree, I wasn't even thinking about that. You have a valid point that if they released it during the peak of the pandemic where everybody was actually locked down,
they would have shot the fuck up.
Well,
a lot of things shot up, video game wise.
As we talked about last week, bro.
Yeah, a lot of games shot up last year.
Grand Theft Auto 5 and all those
people who haven't fucking ever played Grand Theft Auto, all of a sudden
played games. Period.
Yeah, all of a sudden it's playing video games, and it is ridiculous. We got so many new streamers, and they're doing great because they're just new, and there's so many new female gamers like out of nowhere,
and new podcasters.
Yeah, that too. Niggas just sitting in the house and just talking to each other. Bro, all of a sudden comes up with an idea. Hey, we should do a podcast.
Bro, I get so many recommendations from... Dude, every single time I watch our podcast, I get a new podcast recommendation, and it's just... My hopes are slowly...
I'm not going to lie. Okay. 119 just premiered, by the way, so go watch that.
Yes. A few hours ago.
This is true. Make sure you go like, subscribe, and, share that.
That was a shit episode that was so great. No, it was, bro. Now, that is a perfect saying from Francis, turning shit into chocolate pie.
Or shit to gold.
I don't like that metaphor, but it works for you.
I mean, what if I had the powers to touch anything to gold? I can turn shit to gold.
No, for you, I like it, bro.
Oh, haha.
No, that's something you would say. I just would never. Yeah,
got it.
Okay. So the last video game topic is about Insomniac. The release date was announced for Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
I was about to say, yeah.
Yes, and is officially releasing in June. The reason why this is important, because Insomniac will officially be the studio responsible for their first two original AAA first-party video games for the PlayStation 5, with Miles Morales and Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. The reason why I want to emphasize this, Sony in 2019 purchased them for $229 million. Does that sound like a steal of the century right now?
Hell yeah. Right now, hell yeah.
Just to be clear, 200...
Two iconic PlayStation games.
And that's not even including the direct sequel to the original Spider-Man. And there's rumors that Resistance might be coming out with a new installment. $229 million. Spider-Man alone grossed over $500 million.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Miles Morales already grossed, well, I don't know the actual gross, but already sold over 4 million copies. You know that's going to get over 5 million, if not higher, real soon.
Yeah.
And then everybody is buzzing about Ratchet and Clank, and it's going to be the first truly exclusive PlayStation 5 game taking full advantage of the hardware. Bro, Pixar video game heaven, baby.
Big facts. I can't wait. I'm so ready for more PlayStation 5 games, and they're just... I just have to wait, and it's so sad because nobody wants to play PlayStation 4 games anymore on PS5. There's not a lot of PlayStation 5 games out, made for PlayStation 5.
Yeah, I know that, but people aren't playing PlayStation 4.
No, they are, but I'm saying they don't want to. We got the PlayStation 5 to play PlayStation 5 games. We don't want to go to PlayStation 5 and still play backwards compatible games. Nobody wants to do that.
As a new owner, I understand what you mean.
It's annoying. Kind of, but it's annoying. People who make money off of it, I'm pretty sure they're not complaining. But still.
Yeah, the streamers and stuff.
Yeah. Me, I'm not a streamer yet, so I want to play fucking PlayStation 5 games.
It's a new experience.
It is.
Okay, guys, we got one thing for knowledge. This is going off of last week. Extraordinary narrow houses have long been a fixture in countries like Vietnam and the Netherlands, where land is taxed by width, not by total squares. Plus, Japan has made this a very common practice. They basically established itself as the goat in the field of small, narrow houses. So I just thought what's fascinating is that in countries like America and UK, these thin houses make no sense for us for a multitude of reasons. But if you live in a country where socially and financially, the thinner, the smaller the house is, the better. If there's a big difference in taxes, bro, if you save, let's say you save 50% every year in taxes, if your house is just 3 feet thinner.
I got raped in Texas.
I don't even want to.
I got, like, butt fucked. No lube. Like, I'll tell you after, but it's ridiculous.
But don't forget, guys, the government is looking out for the middle and poor class, right?
They gave us free money just to take it away. Seriously.
That's what my mom said a very similar statement to that.
For real.
Now moving on to the random news. China is promoting education. Whether they have this educational drive where they're promoting making boys manly. Whoa, if you look up the different articles from numerous websites, basically every article has these teenagers or young men basically doing the most masculine thing you could think of. Riding bulls, racing, lifting.
Pornos.
Getting dirty in some mud while they're wrestling type of shit.
Pornos.
That's not on the record.
Got it.
While we're doing whatever we're doing with our concept of men, Asian countries like Korea, Japan, and China, not saying they don't get weird, but
they do.
Oh, they do.
They definitely do.
But they're emphasizing, when it comes to who's bringing home and who's doing the shit to get shit done, they want their men in that spot. Now the next thing, bro, I want to show you. This is a high school band practice in Wanatahee, Washington. This is literally a band practice.
What is the point of this?
And I'm about to show you the next photo, which really makes you feel for these students. First off, I don't know their circumstance, but if you had an option of doing this or not doing this, I hope any person did not do this. Because look at this man's pain,
He's
bro.
suffocating.
I feel so many emotions in one looking at him. He
can't even really play the instrument.
He looks stuffed / cramped. He looks confused.
How does it even sound come from that?
Well, my thing is, how do they really hear each other? Because the sound is technically bouncing off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
and then
the instructor, how the fuck do you practice this?
And the sound sounds distorted both interior and exterior, because interiorly it sounds louder than it should, and then externally it sounds quieter than it should.
This is just all fucking backwards.
Well, this is the great states of America.
This is stupidity.
It's fascinating though, right?
It's amusing.
And you know what's so funny? When I first saw this, I thought it was just a joke. And then another tweet had something like this with an article. And if you look up the article, this is legit.
To me, it's just so stupid because what they're going to do is leave one by one. Even if they all left at the same time, they're right next to each other.
Which defeats the whole
purpose of them being isolated like this.
Yes.
It doesn't make any sense.
And you could make the case if they just did the 6-foot rule, even though they're much further apart, which distorts the sound. The sound is much more distorted in this aspect than just being 6 feet apart.
And then with something like this, you're just suffocating my guy. Like, he has no room. And not only that, like you said, with as loud as that instrument is, if he blows into it, he could blow his own eardrums.
Yeah. Theoretically speaking, with the way.
Like, he can literally just blow his own eardrums, especially if the instructors say, I can't hear you. Play a little bit louder.
How, if their instructor said that to me, I would just walk out.
I'm sorry. Can you play a little bit louder? Play along. Like, no. And just take the goddamn tent down.
And the reason why I related this so much, because I used to play the trumpet, and the trumpet is one of the...
I remember that.
Yes, and it's one of the loudest instruments. There was no way.
What is this called? A tuba?
Yeah, tuba.
Continuing on.
Going into finance, I just wanted to...
Money.
You know how I've been keeping up with stocks lately. One interesting fact that came along. If you invested in Roku in early 2015, just 6 years later, you would have made roughly 15 times your investment. Or another way to put it, if you invested $1,000 in just 6 years, it would be worth roughly $15,000 in Roku alone. And that's only in 2015.
Nice.
So I just thought, just a way to think about if you invest in the right companies at the right time, you can really make bank. So if you invested $10,000, boom, that's
$100,000 and
150 specifically, $150,000.
Sheesh.
Now move into science.
GameStop today went up.
Yeah, I've been doing. I was going to do something about GameStop, but
although they shot down and then went back up.
Yeah, because I was reading articles about people who lost so much money, and GameStop went up, and then
like 100% too.
Actually, like 150 because they went up 100%, and then they went up additional 60 something.
That's ridiculous. AMC went up again too.
Yo, Reddit, bro, they're not playing around.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing that happened last time with the hedge funds. They kept betting against GameStop, and then Reddit kept holding the line. And the longer they held the line, the more
the stock went up.
Yeah, and then it was a ripple effect. Not bad, right?
I mean, he has a huge zit or something on his forehead, but yeah, not bad.
Yeah,
got some thick ass eyebrows too.
Well, he's Italian, to be fair.
Okay.
Okay, so the point is, he had a second chance at life. And if you can see the left,
yeah,
he was in, this New Jersey man was in a very terrible car accident, and that's what happened.
So which one?
The one to the left. That's what he looked like after a car accident because it blew up in a fire. He was not able. The fire was so bad, he's not able to use his hands, and his eyelids were literally shut.
Melted shut.
Yes.
Sheesh.
Now, the whole point of this story, he's the first successful person to have hand and face transplant surgery. It took 80 workers across 6 surgical teams in 2 adjoining operation rooms over the course of 23 straight hours. The 22-year-old man is Joe Damio.
Tomato.
He was finally able to interact with his environment through his new hands. He was finally able to smile, and he was finally able to blink for the first time since July of 2018. So the first time in 2.5 years. Now, to get in the specifics, the doctors had to replace 21 tendons, 3 major nerves, and 5 major vessels, as well as 2 major bones in each arm.
Sheesh.
For the hands to successfully work. And it took 45 days of intensive care to follow the surgeries to make sure
everything is actually good.
Well, technically, everything just healed. It took an additional 6 months, which is when I'm making this announcement, to officially acclaim that the surgeries were successful. So it took a month and a half.
Day, nurses just checking in on them, giving medication, and doing therapy sessions, all of that. Sheesh.
Well, the therapy sessions, after the month and a half of just healing, it took 2 months of therapy just to make sure that all the muscles were functioning. And then it took an additional 3 months after that to officially say, okay, the new face and the new hands are official. There's no doubt.
They're functional.
Yes, exactly. And throughout this process, this is when he learned how to reopen his eyelids, how to move his new hands, and how to smile. And the photo to the right is what he looks like now. And on a serious note, all I'm trying to say is whenever you wake up and whenever you drive your car and you get to the place, you get to the location, your destination that you wanted to, I know it's hard to assume like that's how it should happen. Just low-key be grateful. And also know if anything bad happens, science has come a long way. Because if this was just 5 years ago, this man would have been fucked.
Yeah, definitely. So congratulations to him for his recovery. And I usually don't say this, but we appreciate you medical people.
Yeah. And he specifically said, quote for quote, "There's always light at the end of the tunnel. You should never give up." And if this man...
It took a lot of patience for it.
Yes.
A lot of patience for it.
And also at the end of the day, it's half empty, half full. If you're always on the bright side, then you're looking at this like, I legit have a new life ahead of me.
Yeah.
But if you're looking at half empty, then no matter what, you're going to look at this situation and say, fuck life. Let me kill myself.
Yeah.
So it's perspective, right, bro? It's all about that perspective.
Yeah, it's definitely how you think you look at it. Because me, I'm not going to say it, but...
We could talk about that off camera. I actually wanted to because...
Because what?
Especially with our minds, bro. Yeah.
Light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, okay.
Okay, now moving to sports. Tennis. We got Naomi Osaka. She won her fourth Grand Slam, her second Australian Open, while simultaneously Novak Djokovic won his 18th Grand Slam and his 9th Australian. If you're wondering, yes, 18th is third most.
Third most.
Only behind Roger Federer and Rafa Nadal. And his 9th Australian Open is extending his record, which, by the way, up until him, the most was 6. He now has 9. So Novak Djokovic, you little successful man.
You little successful man.
Now moving to the NBA, bro. Come on. Yeah. I want to say a couple things, and then you could go in on that.
Go in raw.
Oh, we're going to get raw with this shit. Rockets released DeMarcus Cousins after one.
Already?
Yeah, but this is the great thing. This is a positive spin. They guaranteed his $2.3 million contract last week because of his hard work and his professionalism. They did not have to do that, or true. They could have released him before they
approved it.
Yes.
That's okay. So
I just wanted to say a lot of teams and NBA owners get a lot of bad rep. This is the one time they saw a good, hardworking employee and says, you know what? Even though, by the way, they knew they were going to release him. You just don't pay somebody and then a week later change your mind. No, that's...
Yeah.
They knew they were going to release him, but they respected what he gave to the organization, especially after what James Harden pulled. So I just wanted to give the Rockets some love with that. The Jazz, strength of schedule came out because now with us going into the NBA All-Star break, they released the second half of the schedule. Listen to this shit. The 76ers had the 6th easiest strength of schedule. They're the number 1 seed in the East. Dallas has the 4th easiest. So the combination of them not having people due to COVID and their schedule is why they haven't performed as well.
Is kind of why they're so successful.
So now they're getting their momentum back. They're finding Luka is balling now.
Yeah.
And they have the 4th easiest schedule. Do not be surprised if Dallas finishes in the top 5-4 in the West, seed-wise. The Nets.
They haven't proved it yet, but it's Dallas.
Yes, but I'm just saying strength of schedule is a key. For example, if you want to bet on teams, how they're going to perform, strength of schedule is a key thing. Okay, so the Nets, they have the 2nd easiest, bro. I don't know what happened recently, but they were on a 7-game winning streak, bro. This is when they defeated the Clippers, the Lakers. They went 5-0 on the Western Conference road trip.
Yeah.
Now they're about to have the second easiest schedule, bro. So
For the rest of the season?
Yes. So if you think they were coming together before, especially if KD comes back and they're able to successfully get him into the mix, do not be surprised if they finish with 50-plus wins.
I mean, with KD, it's not like they was playing terrible with him.
No, but I'm just saying the way Harden and Kyrie are playing together is shockingly beautiful.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I am stunned.
Harden is just comfortable where he's at. That's it.
Yeah, but bro, it's so, let's be real. Anybody who would have said Kyrie and James Harden would be able to legit react off of each other like this?
Yeah.
See, KD and Harden, that makes more sense because they used to play together, and KD can be a spot-up shooter. He doesn't need the ball.
Yeah.
Kyrie is not he needs the ball, and it's
working beautiful.
Yeah, some of the highlights, God, how do you guard this?
Yeah. Especially two guys who's just unguardable.
You know who has the easiest strength of schedule the rest of the season? The Jazz, bro.
I thought you were about to say the Suns.
No, the Jazz. Just to put this in perspective, the Jazz have the number 1 record.
Yeah.
And they supposedly had the number 1 record against the hardest strength of schedule. So if they do not easily finish with the best record in the league, that's on them.
I mean, it's the Jazz. Right now, they've been balling, so.
Oh, my, bro.
They balling.
Have you seen highlights?
Yeah. Gobert just had like almost a double-double.
Their ball movement.
No, actually, I think he did.
Is incredible.
Yeah.
This is the best.
That's like a pure team. Like, right now it is.
You remember the Warriors before KD? How they used to that ball movement?
Yeah.
This is the closest thing I've seen to that. But it makes sense because their coach is under Popovich, so they have that Spurs mentality. Now, I know you don't want to talk about this, but let me lay down some facts for you about
facts.
Julius Randle, bro. He's averaging more points than AD and Karl Anthony Towns. He's averaging more rebounds than Bam and the Joker. And he's averaging more assists than Drew Holiday and Donovan Mitchell. This is a power forward.
I mean, but if you watch him play, he brings up the ball. He plays like a point guard right now.
I know, but is it any less impressive when you're a power forward? He's a small power forward, but a power forward, no. And even if you put him in the small forward category, this is still beyond impressive.
Well, yeah. He's right now he's having one of his best career moments.
I would say
seasons, I mean.
His best. Yeah. This is
technically his best. He's averaging his career high right now.
Yeah. And I believe in all those categories.
Yeah.
And he might even be averaging a career high in blocks too. So there's that.
Good job for you, but
by the way, shout out to the Nuggets red and white alternate uniforms. Have you seen those, bro? Oh my God. Beautiful. Especially when they go up against the Lakers alternate, blue and white. You got red and white, blue and white. It's just like, oh my God. This is an American orgasm right now.
Is the Nuggets? I have to look.
Dude, no, I'm being serious, bro. They look sexy. And you're a red guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're sexy. Now, key performances before Donyhal gets into his NBA stuff. Westbrook had a 33-point, 9 assists, 14 rebound game. Murray set an NBA record for most points scored without a free throw attempted. 50 points with no free throws. Oh, and by the way, he somehow went 21 for 25. 80%, bro.
Murray's amazing.
That is...
He doesn't... And it's crazy because he doesn't get as much recognition as he should.
Bro, think...
People say Devin Booker is like probably the most underrated.
I don't think so.
Or not under...
Appreciated.
Yeah, underappreciated. But he's been All-Star 3 times, and I didn't know that.
Murray?
Yeah, no. Devin Booker. I didn't know he was an All-Star 3 times.
Yeah, bro, he gets love.
This is his 3rd year.
Yeah, he gets love.
Murray haven't.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't know Murray. I know Murray was playing like amazing this whole year, even last year.
End of last year.
Yeah, even in the playoffs. But
especially in the playoffs.
Exactly. The most underrated right now.
Yeah, and I just want to emphasize this. LeBron James can't hit a free throw to save his fucking life, especially at the end of the game. Murray shot 80% in a 50-point game.
Yeah.
If you're a basketball fan, you know why I'm emphasizing this. If you're not a basketball fan, think about that. Just think about that. Now, Embiid had his career high 50 points, and he also had 17 rebounds, but he is balling. Low-key MVP, am I? Low-key, what?
Who?
Embiid, hello?
Embiid, yeah.
Bro, Philly #1 seed in the East, come on. Zion is doing, bro.
Amazing.
He had another 2 performances, 28 points, 10 rebounds, 32 points, and 5 assists.
I'm telling you. As soon as the I was about to say the government, as soon as the management said let him bring up the ball and give him more comfortability with the ball in his hand, he's been balling ever since.
Dude, I can't remember. Well, I didn't look this up, but I can't remember the last time he had a game where he shot below 50%.
It's amazing. And it's crazy because most of his game is attacking the paint, but
who cares?
If you can't stop it, why the fuck not?
Dude, if Shaq was
Morris.
6 inches shorter, that's how Shaq would have played and looked, in my opinion. Because, bro, people forget young Shaq was athletic. Young Shaq was able to bring the ball up. People only think about chubby Shaq. When Shaq was in Orlando, bro, he was able to actually move.
Yeah, that's true. But that's the thing. Like, Zion has skill with it, though.
Yeah, but he's also 6 inches shorter, so you should have skill.
Yeah. And Zion, for some reason, he can shoot. People just forget. He can fucking shoot.
And
he's not like the most efficient, but he can shoot.
He's better than people recognize.
Exactly.
But this is the thing. Why shoot when you could just get to the paint?
Exactly. And this man is not agile.
No, he's agile.
He is, but that's not the word I'm looking for. He's like
he's versatile.
When he drives to the paint, he can
brute force.
No, it's
agility.
It's like how Kyrie is when he drives to the paint, and he if the shot's not there, he can instantly move, like double clutch his shot.
I would say that's versatile athleticism.
Continue.
Okay, so the remaining performances, Greek Freak had a 38-point and 18 rebound game. So even though the Bucks are doing badly, he's still actually putting up better numbers than last year over this span. Luka is doing Luka stuff. He had another 31-point game, 6 for 8 from beyond the arc, including the game winner against the Celtics.
Yeah, I seen it. Step back to the left.
Just like his rookie year, he's making it look easy. And then the last thing is Sean Alexander, career high, 42 points, 8 rebounds.
Oh, Gilchrist from OKC.
Yeah.
Got it. I was like, who the hell?
I just took out the hyphenated last name, and I just gave him one name.
Got it. Okay. Gilchrist. Got it.
Yeah. Which, by the way, OKC is low-key
pretty good, like teamwork-wise.
They are so much better than they should be.
Yeah.
Everybody thought they were going to be a bottom 10 team, and they're actually competing for playoff spot when everything's said and done.
Well, Melo's just amazing, guys. Pay attention. That's all it is. Guys, ever since he's been starting, his averages have just been increasing. He's just working out for the team.
He's basically averaging 21 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists, shooting 45% from the field and 44% from beyond the arc.
Yeah, I told you guys, he's the best ball brother. Trying to tell you. He's just doing nothing but proving it.
Okay. Now, as you were saying,
as everybody should know, the All-Star Weekend is almost here. By the time you see this, it should be like right there. So for the most part,
yeah, it should.
Guys, let me tell you the starting 5 for each side, and then we're gonna go over reserves. So starting 5 I'm gonna start off with the captain of the West is LeBron James. That's not a huge surprise, truthfully.
I'm shocked.
Yeah. And then for the East, of the captain is KD, which doesn't make sense because he's injured. So is he going to play? But right now, what I'm saying is he's not playing, and I don't know if he's going to play in that. For the West, the starting five is LeBron, Stephen Curry, Luka, which I'm kind of iffy about on that. I don't know why Luka only in his second year, or is this his second or third year? His third, but his second All-Star, and he's starting over a lot of players. But whatever. The Joker, how you say his name? Nikolai Jokic. Is it Nikolai or Nikola?
Nikola.
And then Kawhi, the Claw. I don't know why, but yeah. And then I feel like AD shouldn't have made it because he's been injured, but whatever. AD is also in it.
No, but just so you know, he got recognition, but he's not going to play, so that's why they put in Booker.
Yeah. But for the reserves, it is AD, Paul George, Rudy Gobert, Damian Lillard, Donovan Mitchell, Chris Paul, Zion for his first-time All-Star appearance.
Well-deserved.
Well-deserved. And Devin Booker for his second-time All-Star appearance, but he's only there, to me,
because of AD.
Yeah, he's replacing AD because AD's injured. But I feel like AD shouldn't have got in there. I mean, he is AD, but he's been injured. So it was like, why even throw that in there?
Well, that's the same thing for Kobe and AI and stuff.
AI was the starter for the East when he was not even the starter for the Pistons that one year. So this is a big reason why people don't like the fan vote. But at the same time, the All-Stars...
People say it's politics and all that, but
at the end of the day, the All-Star weekend has always been about the fans, so you can't have it both ways. Either...
Yeah, I understand that, but if AD isn't playing at all, so it's like, why even have him sitting the bench? You're just going to have him sit the bench.
Why is KD the captain if he hasn't played in 8 games?
That is also true. I mean, like, he might not even possibly be playing, truthfully. Because if I was the coach of, or the head CEO of the Nets, I wouldn't fucking put KD in the fucking game.
The manager of the Nets.
Yeah, I wouldn't even put him in the game.
Why not? It doesn't mean anything for the season.
Which is true, but you could also like mess up his injury even more. He has a hamstring injury. He's been sitting up for a reason.
There's a reason why AD isn't playing.
Exactly. So I just don't think he should, because there's no point of just going and just sitting on the fucking bench. There's no point, especially if it's like a free weekend. You want to have fun.
True.
You don't want to have fun sitting on the bench.
I don't think any NBA player that's a star has fun being on the bench.
Exactly. You want to go out and shoot half-court shots just because. And nobody wants to sit on the bench, but whatever. The captain of the East, Kevin Durant, which he just said, which doesn't, whatever. Starting 5 is KD, Giannis, Bradley Beal, finally, Joel Embiid, and Kyrie Irving. The reserves is Jaylen Brown, which is deserved. This is actually his first-time All-Star appearance also.
Ballin'.
James Harden, Zach
Obviously.
LaVine, my boy, first-time All-Star. It's been well-deserved, me personally.
Statistically speaking, yeah.
Well-deserved. Julius Randle for his first-time appearance also. Ben Simmons, Jason Tatum,
Yeah.
and another Nikolai guy, Vucevic.
Yeah, Vucevic.
For his 2-time, and also averaging his career high. But he is on a shit team, so.
See, in a perfect world, I wouldn't have Vucevic, but because of positions, I don't think Randall should be there. I think Sabonis, he plays for the Indiana Pacers. If you look up his stats, they're very similar to both Randall and Vucevic, but he's doing it on a Pacers team that was not expected to be good, but they're overperforming, and at the same time, he needs to spread the ball more. Mm-hmm. So, as you mentioned, Randall, majority of the time, he has the ball in his hand.
Yeah.
So, it makes sense why his stats are what they are. They're still impressive.
Yeah.
But the Knicks are relying on him more. With the Pacers, Sabonis is a major part of the team, but they are not relying on him nearly the same amount. So if you're putting up the same numbers and you're helping your team get more wins, but then again, he's a white basketball player playing in Indiana, so I'm not surprised from an all-star perspective. If we're talking about credits and we're talking about all-NBA team, if Randall and Vucevic gets over him, not taking position into consideration, then I'm going to be tight. But the all-star weekend, I know what it is. It's the fans. If you play in Indiana, unless you're a freaking AI...
Right now, you ain't getting no recognition.
Exactly. Just like why Zach LaVine, even though he plays in Chicago, the Bulls have been so bad, they aren't giving him recognition.
Right.
That's the thing about the All-Star. You need to play in the market and be winning. Or if you're so dominant, even when you're losing, then it's okay. Like Bill. Yes, that makes sense.
Yeah.
He's balling. By the way, do you guys know he's leading the league in points?
Yeah.
With Westbrook, who is considered...
a ball-dominant player.
Thank you. By the way, they just had a game, the game that I talked about with Westbrook. That was the same game where Bill had a 32-point and 5-assist game. So
that was recent, right?
Yeah.
I forgot who it was against.
They're getting their... Yo, bro, that is going to be a nasty by the end of the year.
Yeah, if they get the shit together.
Yeah. And
Westbrook just needs to stop being shit. I mean, lately he has been balling.
He's healthy now, though. Dude, the past 2 weeks, he's been healthy. He's not... Whatever was going on with his leg, he's explosive again. And this is the thing, too.
It was a video, like a little video of Westbrook shooting a free throw, and he shot an air ball. And he was standing there trying to realize...
Bro, I've been on record that the past 3 years, I don't know what happened to his free throw, but it's been terrible. He used to be an 80-plus free throw shooter, and lately he's been hovering around 70. I'm not defending that at all.
That shit is terrible.
I'm also the same guy who says LeBron James ain't the GOAT because he can't make clutch free throws. Which, by the way, another game, he could have won the game, but no, the Lakers lose in OT because he missed a fucking free throw. If we're being unbiasedly critical.
I wonder if you put too much focus on other skills, you lose free throw. But my thing is free throws is so easy. I mean, I understand why people don't practice it, but
bro, it's been proven.
If your stats statistically are going down because of it, I think you need to fucking practice it.
Well, it's been proven through multiple experiments. Free throws isn't really a practice thing; it's a mental thing.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Because Steve Nash, for example, he went through 3 different examples where when he was just practicing, he hit. In all 3 examples, he hit 99% of his free throw shots when he attempted 1,000. Over 99%. But the moment he went into games, he's never shot more than 93%, which is still amazing, but shows you that when you're either physically exerting yourself
or mentally. Makes sense.
It just wears...
Because Dwight Howard in practice, I think he shot like 95 free throws out of 100.
One time, yeah.
Yeah, and in game, he's just terrible.
And that's
I mean, it rise recently within the years, but...
But that was strictly mental because everybody said how much he fucking sucked. And once, no matter what anybody says, once it gets into your head...
Yeah.
So, anything else you want to say about All-Star? You excited to see
it? It is in Atlanta. A lot of people are asking me if I wanted to go, but it's just too soon.
And you got bills, bro.
Yeah, it's just too soon.
You gotta save up. It's like, I could go to All-Star this year, or I could wait 5 years.
I mean, like, I wouldn't exactly go to the game. I would just go to Atlanta for the atmosphere. Okay. I'm not spending all that money just to go to the game. Fuck that.
Never mind. That's all.
Yeah. I would go to the bars and watch the game there and go towards the parade, all that stuff. I wouldn't actually go tour the game.
Okay, so we're going to end with the NFL. Basically, Carson Wentz got traded to the Colts, and the Eagles got jack shit. They got a 3rd and a 2nd rounder, which that's terrible. And we have a reaction to a video we can't play. It's about respecting your elders and where the fuck has our generation gone. If you guys don't know, we're talking about the Cam video.
Newton, it's just a video of a kid going to Cam Newton's camp to practice or whatever, and the kid is actually telling Cam Newton that he sucks.
He's a bum.
He's a bum.
He's a free agent.
Basically just calling him all types of names and everything, downgrading him. But
by the way, can I point out Cam Newton the entire time keeping his calm, he's smiling, and basically the entire time his response is either "Where's your dad?"
Yeah,
and "I'm a millionaire."
Yeah.
Like, you fucking... And you know, it'd be so funny, too, if that kid was poor. If that kid was poor and you're trying to come at me, that's the best response.
I'm a millionaire. I mean, it is, but, I mean, like, he was doing his best to keep his calm. Yes.
You could tell he was getting frustrated.
You can tell he was getting upset and everything. I mean, like, anybody would, truthfully. You came to my camp and you're calling me a bum? Whatever.
No, that's another thing people were emphasizing. It's not this is Cam Newton's camp.
Yeah, it's not like a random camp. It's his personal camp. So, and I understand, like, my thing is I can understand you want the experience and all that, but you can't go to somebody's camp and call them a bum. Like, you just can't.
No, I agree. And to me, it wasn't just what he said. It's how he said it. It was the arrogance of it.
Exactly.
He was so confident
that he was better than Cam Newton.
Yes.
That's my thing. You went to the camp and you were talking down to him like if you're Tom Brady. Like, bro.
But that's the thing, too. I don't even think, unless you're a true dickhead, any professional athlete will say, unless they don't like that specific athlete, even the shittiest players in their leagues, they will always have respect for because they know what it takes to get in the league. For example, basketball, there's only 400 players. There's 350 million people in the United States. There's only 400 players in the NBA any given year. And a portion of them are from Europe and Africa.
Yeah.
But I just have a feeling just 10 years ago, let alone 25, 30 years ago, a kid would not have had the balls.
Yes. Not only to talk to an adult like that, but not to talk to
somebody who's accomplished
many goals like that.
Somebody put this in perspective. Cam Newton won the Heisman Trophy, won the national championship, won the MVP, and went to a Super Bowl. And you're calling him a bum? This is going back to how, when you think about your life and you think about you're successful, are you really successful when you compare yourself to people like Cam Newton? And if Cam Newton is a bum, bro, then
I want to be a bum.
What is 99% of this planet?
I want to be a bum. If Cam Newton's a bum, I want to be a bum. He's not the best in the NFL, but at the same time, he's in the NFL, and he's a starting quarterback. I want to be a bum. Like, what?
and people forget this, too.
He got endorsements. He gets, like...
He's making money.
Yeah.
I agree with you, bro.
I don't get it. I don't. I recently even seen an article of the kid apologizing about it.
It didn't feel sincere to me.
And you're only apologizing
because you got all this bad feedback.
Exactly. And it just doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't. It really just doesn't make it. I was definitely disappointed.
Dude,
usually I don't even care, but I was genuinely just disappointed. Like, the video was funny. I'm not going to lie. Like, watching it the first time, I was like, yo, this kid is wilding.
But it's funny because it's so crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's, when you really think about it, bro, this is the generation below us.
Yeah. And we got to see them grow and watch them, like, yeah.
This is a combination, I always say this, it's parenting and the person, man. Because, for example, let's say you had the mindset of this kid. With the way your mom raised you, even with his mindset, I don't think you would have
went back home and got my ass beat. Either beat or got the talk of my life. Something. I would have had some type of punishment.
And, bro, you know me, as much as I always talk back to my mom, when it came to other adults, I never had the audacity.
Yeah, yeah.
I never had the audacity. And that's because my mom taught me you respect your elders. I might have not respected her, quote unquote, but that's just our relationship. But when it came to anybody, you remember me in school, bro? I used to either be quiet or suck up to my teachers. A shout out to a man who fell 70 feet in his truck on a highway, and he somehow survived without major injury. So to how we started and how we're finishing, just a whole concept of appreciate the life you have when you have it. And yes, 70 feet from a highway in his truck, and that man is still alive. Bro, if you see
He had like any severe injuries? I'm pretty sure.
Well, it was like minor. It was no severe injuries. It was all minor stuff.
His truck. Whoever made that truck, I guarantee their profit is rising, because I'm pretty sure somebody's going to, hey, I want that truck right there.
Yo, bro, and if you see
Like,
the video,
what?
if anybody looks up the video, the funniest part about it too is that it looked like a movie scene. You know how somebody's trying to escape the villains and they only have one option of going off of the highway?
Yeah.
That's how it looked. It looked like a freaking James
It was
Bond
like
or
Fast and Furious?
Fast and Furious.
When he jumped off the...
Born Identity type of thing, where
yeah.
you strap up and you're just...
My man said... That's crazy. That's crazy. I didn't see the video, but that's crazy. I'm going to have to go look for it.
Yeah, bro. It was over the past week, so just so you know. All right, guys. That's... I'm pooped out.
We're tapped out. We're tapped out. And just like that, I give up. I give up. And just like that, guys, you know what time it is. It is time for the 5-finger Rhino thrust. I ain't bringing this energy back in so long, but I'm here, bitch. I'm here. 5-finger Rhino thrust right now. I tell you what. Number 1, make sure you like this motherfucking video. I'm not playing with you. I'll beat your monkey ass. Oh, yes, I'll beat your ass.
I got excited, my bad.
Number 2, make sure you hit that motherfucking subscribe. Guys, we're almost at 250. Well, technically closer to 230, but we're close to 250 in milestone wise. So make sure you subscribe, share, all of that. Well, that's coming up next. But make sure you come on, guys. Subscribe. Which leads into number 3. Make sure you hit that motherfucking bell. I want to hear you ring-a-ding-dang. I want to hear you make sure you watching all of our motherfucking videos when they post, because we premiere them bitches.
Bro, it's so funny because I was going to say premiere and you just took the word right.
And number 4, like I said in number 2, make sure you make sure you share it.
Yes.
That's all. We're on all social medias, baby. All the important shit. We're on Facebook, Twitter. We're on Twitter.
And don't forget Instagram.
Bitch, we love Instagram.
Oh, I do too.
God damn. And number 5, comment on anything that we talked about, baby.
Because we got wild. And we actually did get deep.
We actually got deep with the information, baby. Make sure you do all of the 5-finger Rhino thrust. And just like that, guys.
LOPH.
Cadoodle.
I love you, bro.
Just a friendly reminder, guys. Hit the subscribe button in this corner. And then for the newest video. Then for the most recommended. And then for our famous dick pic.